Streaming now, this is the Wood TV Live Desk.
The FDA releases a plan to move forward with the potential ban of menthol cigarettes here in the United States. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster here from the Wood TV Live Desk. Joining me this afternoon here is tobacco cessation specialist Libby Stern with Spectrum Health to speak more on what this ban could mean if it does indeed happen. Libby, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Before we get rolling here, could you just share a little more on your background and experience with tobacco use?
Sure. I am a nationally certified tobacco treatment specialist. I've been working in the field for many years, working at Spectrum Health for over 20 years. We offer free cessation programming to our patients and to the community, where we provide really programs that meet people where they are to help them quit when they're ready. And I also have a background in prevention. So I worked in tobacco prevention for many years through the Healthier Communities Department at Spectrum Health. Involved at the state level with Tobacco Free Michigan and our local coalition as well, Tobacco Free Network.
So this ban cites the predominantly impacted groups there, Black smokers and young people. What would this ban, mean specifically for those groups if that were to happen?
Yeah, well, it would mean a lot, actually. So the majority of youth that experiment with tobacco experiment with a menthol product. Menthol is a flavoring that's added really to all cigarettes that are manufactured in the U.S., but cigarettes that are labeled menthol have considerably more of it in it. And so what the menthol does is it makes the smoke seem cooler. It's easier to inhale. It kind of has a numbing effect on the mouth and the throat. So it tastes minty, right? So it's easier for young people to be attracted to that and to tolerate it. And so we see many of the youth that are experiment with menthol. And as far as groups that are heavily impacted by that, certainly Black communities, Black smokers, and other populations that are targeted more heavily with marketing, it has a deadly impact. So we know there's nothing good about tobacco smoke, right? It is deadly. It's the #1 cause of preventable death and disease in the United States. And with the menthol being so easy to smoke, people typically smoke more, they inhale more deeply, their lungs are more exposed to the smoke, and it's just easier to start smoking menthol and harder to quit for those reasons.
The FDA is saying that by eliminating menthol cigarettes, it could prevent between 300,000 and 650,000 smoking deaths over the next 40 years. What's stopping a Black market for menthol cigarettes if there is a ban from happening?
Well, I guess nothing is stopping a Black market other than it seems like it would be difficult to, it would make it more difficult for people to access those products. And honestly, I feel like a lot of the people that I work with to help quit smoking, they want to quit smoking, right? They're not necessarily interested in getting their products from the Black market. So I think most people would probably take the opportunity to quit and to access some of the support and help that's available for them. Some people might switch to electronic products, but typically with smokers, they have brand loyalty and they have preferences. And I think for people that are menthol smokers, many of them would not want to just smoke regular cigarettes that are unflavored or switch to electronic products. So, yeah.
Why menthols in particular, to those who may not be, completely familiar with it, the difference between those, regular cigarettes, and even vaping in particular for younger viewers?
So, so the menthol, if you think menthol is derived from peppermint, or it also can be created synthetically. However, it tastes better, right? The smoke tastes better. It's easier to smoke because it does have that cooling and numbing effect. And what we've seen happen with the electronic products as well, that when menthol or minty e-cigarettes or vapes are available, the kids are attracted to that for those same reasons. It's easier on the throat, so it's easier to inhale and inhale more deeply. So, yeah, and then when people start using those, if they become addicted to them, oftentimes they continue using them. And for certain populations, the tobacco companies have marketed heavily to certain communities for years, 50, 60 years, in terms of point-of-sale marketing and having free cigarette samples at events that are held in certain communities. So, they really have been targeted. And as we know, with tobacco products now, there's so much nicotine in them that they're very, very addictive. It's very difficult to quit. And there's just nothing good about tobacco smoke. Nothing, not one thing. It's expensive and deadly.
Do you believe a ban like this on menthols is necessary?
I think it'd be great. I'm all for it. I really do. I think that the more that we can do to help people quit and to reduce the number of young people experimenting with tobacco, the better. So I'm all for it.
Libby, we really appreciate your time here. Is there anything else that you would like to add or put out there?
Well, I would like to add that we, at Spectrum Health, we do have smoking cessation, tobacco cessation available for, like I said, patients in the community. It's at no cost, and it's really designed to meet people where they are. So if people are just looking for, to learn more maybe about the quit process or the medications, we have a program for that. And then we also have a program that's really more designed for people who are ready to make a quit attempt. And we have a support group as well. All of our programs are virtual. So I hope if people do decide they fall into that category anywhere, that they connect with Spectrum Health and sign up. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you tuned in maybe halfway through the stream or just now clicking in by chance and you're viewing here on Facebook, you can click the link attached to the stream, takes you over to woodtv.com. You're able to view our full conversation here. Libby, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Lou.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a look at the Wood TV Live Desk. I'm News 8 digital anchor Luke Laster. Have a great afternoon.